Yeah. So, hi guys, whosoever is listening to our podcast today. So, we have three people in the room, myself, Shiva, and Raki, and we'll be discussing about the recent India versus South Africa test match, which got concluded today. Like, there is no set agenda as such, but we'll be talking about what went wrong, what went right, and what lessons India could learn from this defeat, and what's the way ahead. Like, what can be the possible combinations in the second test match, and how do we look at the pitch, or yeah, just like what went wrong from a pitch point of view, the selection point of view, and just in general discussion where experts like Raki, Shiva, and I'm not an expert, but yeah, would be throwing some insights on uh, what is the way ahead and where the Indian cricket is heading towards, especially in the test matches where we see a lot of controversies always around the subcontinent pitches, and the test matches are finishing within 2 or 3 days, which is not a good sign. So yeah, I'll just stop talking and maybe hand over to Shiva to share his thoughts first of all, like in terms of what went right, what went wrong, and what is that the main lessons or biggest learnings we could take from, let's say, today's defeat in terms of Indian supporters, basically.
Yeah, thanks, Murali. So first of all, look, this is not a test match pitch at all. So any team, so example, if you just look at the scorecard, 159 all out, 153 all out. So South Africa has scored just less than 116 both the innings. And India 189 and 93 all out. So total score is less than around 800 runs or something. So if any test match which lost less than 800 or 1000 runs, that test match is not good at all. In 4 innings, I'm talking about. So finishing it in 2.5 days, it's not a good advert for a test match. That's one. And number two, if you just look at the scorecard, I can't even see like any batter who scored 50 plus except Bavuma. And one more thing, in first innings, the South Africa opening partnership was 57 for no loss, and from there 159 all out. If you just take out that 57 out of the equation, then the total score would be like 100, and but the 190 93 like that. So that is very bad looking. So I don't really like that the prepared the test match, the pitch that Eden Garden has prepared. And another thing is like India's, I think, I don't say doctoring, but India is more than capable to produce good pitches, which the test match could last for another 4 or 5 days, at least 3.5 days. That's my first point and
That
first and last point. Pitch is not good, not suitable for test cricket. First of all, we have to stop preparing pitches like that. Simple as that.
that uh,
I'm
that's
passing it to
that's a,
Rocky.
it's a very valid point there. And to add on the pitch part, both Shiva and Murli. So like I can see the scorecard on my screen here. If you just can scroll down and if you see the fall of wickets on the screen. So I'd like to point out a couple of things there. If you see, the first wicket fell in the 10th over, the second in the 12th over, third in the 15th over. So if you see, the first three wickets were or at an around 70 run mark, but after that, if you see, the entire innings got over in 54 overs. So after 30 overs, what has happened is that they've lost 10 wickets in the span of 27 overs. So the first 30 overs, it's been a proper batting pitch where they were able to score 70, 80 runs. And the next 25 overs, they've lost 7 wickets. And that was on day one. A day one pitch, you shouldn't be losing 10 wickets. Any good bowling side, even we know, we've seen so many games. Even if you have like best bowlers in your side, you won't be able to take 10 wickets in a proper pitch. Even
Yeah, but
the
it happened in many matches, right? Like example, when Stuart Broad got 8 for in England, the whole
Mhm.
session finished in less than 30 overs or something like that. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. England, sorry, Australia were like 65 or
Yeah.
something, like less than 80 all out. So
Yeah, but was that because of good bowling or was that because of bad pitch?
it was not
I
a bad
think
pitch. It was a greeny pitch, like full of grass on it. Ball was seaming in and out. But the highlight was, yes, it was difficult to play. But later on, England put on like nearly 350 to 400 runs on top of like in first innings
On the same in the
on the
same
same
pitch,
pitch. And Australia
where
came back to bat again in the second innings and they scored pretty well.
they scored more than 350 runs in that innings.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember the exact score, but it was not a bad, except that one session was bad. The pitch
Correct.
played really well for the next 3 or 4 days. But
So
here,
if,
so
yeah,
basically,
exactly.
what England, so people are getting confusion here. Okay, England are producing that greeny surfaces. Australians are producing some bouncy surfaces. Why can't we just produce turning surfaces? There is no surface called turning surface in the world. So turning surface means doctoring the pitch, which means you are not putting enough water. Number one.
The screen froze for me.
Uh, yeah, Rakesh, your screen is frozen actually.
yeah, I think, but you are audible, Shiva, and
Yeah.
just
So
now
basically,
it
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say is like, yeah, there is no way that you can prepare a turning pitch until or unless if you intentionally want to prepare a turning pitch. Example,
Yeah.
you can this one Eden Gardens one. They it looked like they didn't water the pitch for the last 4 days.
And
It's
it was not hard rolled as well.
it's not hard road, yeah. And
Yeah.
Savaro Ganguly pointed
Because
out
we
that
we know that we know for a fact that if you don't hard roll a pitch, in 20-30 hours the pitch is going to degrade. If you do a soft rolling, it is only going to help the spinners. It's not going to, even just forget about pacers, even it is not going to help the medium pacers.
yeah. So do you think Murli like these kind of pitches will promote Test cricket in India, or it is a good advert for the Test cricket across the world?
Yeah, so unfortunately, I have to agree with both of you, even though I rarely criticize Indian cricket, and I believe that getting home advantage is a right which you should cash in. But yeah, having said that, same like as you pointed out that Australia produces bouncy pitches like in Perth, which is like a nightmare for subcontinent batters. But since it's their home, they have a slight amount of advantage due to that bounce. So similarly, England is mostly like, apart from the last two series, it used to be a green top surface where seamers are just running havoc, and our batters like Gambhir and Murli Vijay, not Murli Vijay, Gambhir and Sehwag also used to struggle big time in Test, right? So that's what I call as home advantage. But what India is doing is just going one step ahead. And as you said, like, I don't like the word doctoring, but yes, in a way, they are kind of keeping the pitches very dry in the hope that the English batters don't play the spin well, so it will be like a huge advantage for them, and they can just finish the match in couple of days and go home. And yeah, it will increase their chances of getting qualified for the World Test Championship. But I think what India has done wrong this time is not learning from their lessons, because nowadays I don't feel like the Indian batters are as good as playing spin as they were earlier, like the likes of Lakshman, Dravid, Sachin. They were like the masters of playing spin. So at that time, this kind of a strategy would have made sense. But these days, almost every batter is like struggling, even though it's an Indian batter or a South
Yeah,
African batter.
but
Yeah.
tell me honestly, yes, Sachin Tendulkar was good, VVS Lakshman was good, Dravid was good, everybody was good, great batsman, absolutely no question about that. But you tell me when the ball is on the good length area, players are playing forward defense, and the ball was some balls was keeping low and hitting the pad straight away, and another one was bouncing and hitting the gloves.
Yeah.
So what technique you gonna implement? Like if I am a
No,
batter, the ball was
absolutely.
fuller length. I know the technique. I'm putting
No,
my
Shiva, I
head
mean,
and
I'd like to bring in a point there. It's rather than going technically, I think what has happened here is that with people shifting their focus more towards T20, when Murli spoke about spin bowling, see, everybody is kind of, they've changed the game towards playing a T20 match. So what is happening here is that even a spinner is not bowling proper spin. He's bowling at a decent pace. So what is happening is that when, like, probably 15, 20 years back, when a Sachin or when a Lakshman or when a Dravid was playing, they had a like a 20, 30 or 40 over period in a game where they were able to properly play spin. But today, in today's world where cricket has kind of become fast paced, what is happening is that the batters are not getting to play proper spin. May it be in matches or may it be in their nets. They are playing
Exactly. That is my
20% of
point.
spin
Joe
and
Root, who
80%
came
of
to
this.
India, he got five for in 6 overs. Markram, he just bowled, he's a part-time bowler. He just bowled his second over, got Washington's wicket today. So it
And you
doesn't
think
mean
that
you
it
need to
was
have a
because of their
quality
good
good
bowlers they
spinner
got
to
the
get wickets. You
wickets?
just
No, right?
need someone who could just spin it and pitch it in a good length area. That's it. And the pitch will do the rest. Some balls
Exactly.
like zipping in, some balls would be a flipper, some balls would be off spin, some balls would be a leg cutter. So even bowlers doesn't know, keepers doesn't know how where the ball spins, where the ball goes. So
And
nobody
of
Yeah,
the
knows.
so
runs
Nobody
scored
knows where.
on
So
of
in
the 500
commentator,
runs
did you
scored
hear that?
today,
In
almost 40 of them
commentator,
were on
Sean Pollock.
twice.
Sorry, Rocky. In commentator, in when I was listening to the commentators, right? Like Sean Pollock asked one question to Ravi Shastri. Oh, this one had got an extra bounce. This one was kept low. How do we play on this track? Ravi Shastri simply said like, oh yeah, you need luck. You need luck to play in the surface, and you need to be a bit positive. You need luck and be positive. Doesn't make sense to me at all. This is
yeah,
Yeah.
actually
absolutely.
killing the test cricket, according to me. So if in see whitewash against New Zealand, and again we lost against South Africa. Four test matches against SENA countries. We lost all four home test matches.
Yeah, and I think that's where I said like a bit disappointed with the Kolkata's pitch because we didn't learn our lesson. So in the New Zealand series, we thought that we'll just produce killer spin tracks and rank turners, and we just get the series done and qualify for WTC. But that didn't happen. And I'm not sure like what's going on in the inner circles, but was it like on the coach's direction, or was it the captain also involved in having that say? Because I feel like, yeah, obviously, without coaches and captain's permission, you can't produce a pitch like such a rank turner. So I'm sure Gambhir and Gill would have given their thoughts as well. But that's unfortunate because as a coach, as a captain, you should know what your team's strength is, right? And if we prepare neutral pitches, then India has the upper hand because our batting is top class. We have good all rounders, we have good spinners, so I'm not sure what's stopping us from producing neutral wickets where everybody would have a good game. The match would run for 5 days, and India has a better chance of winning rather than just playing this roulette here where any ball can do anything. And as Shastri said, right, it's your luck and not technique.
Oh, yeah, that was okay. Let's just move on from pitch. Um, let's just talk about a quick review about our team selection. Before we leave, are you happy with the team selection, Murli? India's team playing 11. Jaiswal
Uh,
opening. Happy with this one?
yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, Jaiswal is good. I don't have any like it was an unfortunate match for him,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
that's
he
absolutely. We just want to talk about the team selection
yeah.
for this match is good, average, or bad. So Jaiswal good, happy. Rocky's happy. Jaiswal
Jaiswal and Rahul in opening is like
perfect.
in current day that is the best opening pair that we
Happy
have.
with Washington Sundar at number three.
Not at all.
No, no.
We need a
I
proper batsman like Sai Sudarshan who
yeah.
plays at number three.
That's my
Again, I
point
think
too. So Sai Sudarshan, youngster who played like less than 10 games for India, and he's at number three. And he came to England. He played decently well. He against West Indies, he played okay. So this was the time that he can just go and show his talent. And now they dropped him for Washington Sundar, who is also another newbie who is not even batted at number three at all. So just imagine if you are in Sai Sudarshan shoes, how humiliating it will be for Sai Sudarshan, and that too, like dropping his position for his own Ranji teammate Washington Sundar.
yeah, I think more than this, I think what has been going on since Gigi has taken over the coaching is like there's a lot of a floating mentality lingering around. Like you're never sure whether someday you'll be batting at number 3, other day you might be batting at number 9. That's totally fine considering the match situation, but not in every match, and especially where you are playing a test match and you have high hopes of qualifying again for the WTC final, where Sudarshan was all set and in the right mindset to occupy number 3. Then suddenly he's not even in the team, and like in the team but not like not having a very security, not having the security that I would have this position for me so I can plan my game accordingly. So yeah, I think for his confidence level, that's a big setback, because you can't just keep people in and out, in and out. You have to show some confidence in them to make them perform, right? So yeah, I think I'm not so much happy with that what GG has done for this number 3 position, to be honest.
And to add to that, no, if you're having a floating lineup in a T20 game where things can turn around, it's a different thing. You can't have a floating lineup in a test team.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So that was a mistake, I would say. Shubman Gill, unlucky, unfortunate, retired hurt. Rishabh Pant at number five. That's okay. He did well, so no issues. Jaddu at number six, Jurel at number seven, no issues. Aksar at eight, Kuldeep. Remaining, I think team selection wise, Washington Sundar's place questionable as a batter. Is a questionable. Maybe
But
we should have put Sai Sudarshan number three, and if they want to play Washington Sundar, then Washington Sundar should have played instead of Aksar Patel, according
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, because it's hard to drop Dhruv Jurel after 5 centuries in 2025. So he deserved a chance.
yeah,
He
and
got a
and the
chance.
thing is,
And the problem
uh,
is he got a chance after scoring 5 centuries. And after scoring 5 centuries, now he's gonna play on that dead pitch for he just want to play with the luck, as Ravi Shastri said.
Yeah.
And the luck didn't help him. Like but still he scored like 14 in first innings, and second innings also he scored a bit of runs, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I think 12 or
26.
something.
Sorry, no, how
Yeah.
much? 13. So 14,
Yeah.
13. So like that's what the pitchers can do for these youngsters. Feel sorry,
see,
so
and
sorry for
one
them
more thing
actually.
regarding the team selection. I mean, it's an open question to both of you. Why do we need two and a half keepers?
I think to that, I think Jurel is now playing as a proper batter. Even though yeah, he's a brilliant keeper as well, but he's playing as a proper number 7, you can say. So that from that point of view, I don't feel like it's a big issue. But because you can't ignore Pant in Test, so and he's a keeper. Luckily for us, so there are two keepers, and then Rahul can keep, and he's a brilliant opening batter as well. So I think from that point of view, it should be fine. But I think Aksar and Sundar have a similar kind of a profile, right?
And
Like
that is where my
spin.
question
Yeah,
comes in, Murli, because when we are playing a person like Dhruv Jurel as a batter, why are we
yeah.
sending him at number 7? And why are we
Yeah.
promoting all rounders ahead of him?
Yeah, again, I think that's what the floating mentality has done. So as you rightly pointed out, that this works pretty well in T20s because that's a fast game and you catch the opponent by surprise. But the surprises don't work in tests, right? Because it's a 5 day
Exactly.
long affair and you can't just surprise. In fact, you surprise yourself and just get collapsed. That's what happens. So you should not be changing too much in test. Test is a very traditional and a pure form of cricket still, so it should be played in that way and not just like floating around here and there. And every player would be having like their confidence destroyed, because even in the village games, right, in local county games or district games, when your position is unsettled, then you don't feel at peace, right? You just feel disturbed, and that reflects on your game. And I think that's what is happening with most of our boys in the team. Like they don't feel settled at anywhere. So
No,
I
I
think we
think
need to.
opening part. See, Shubman Gill number four is settled. Rishabh Pant number five is settled. Number one, two is almost like 99.99%. They're gonna open for another few test series, and
For the next two
Jaddu at
years, yeah.
number six is good. I think most of our boys are settled only. Murli. I think number three and probably number seven. Only these two positions are just they just keep rotating. But other than
Yeah,
that,
but yeah, Shiva. So if you remember, like even in the last BGT, right?
yeah,
Number 3, and number 7. actually made the difference in one way or
They
the other.
changed the
Yeah,
game.
but they
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
trying, right? Like, see, I'm not backing up BCCI or GG, but they are trying after Pujara, number three. They tried many. They tried Shubman Gill, uh, and they just want to keep Shubman Gill somehow. So number four at Shubman Gill suits pretty well. He played well in England.
yeah,
He played one good
yeah,
series in West Indies as well, against West Indies as well. So that one would be good, solid. So number three is the position that they are looking. That's why I'm surprised with dropping Sai Sudarshan for Washington Sundar. So that was a mistake according to me. So you are right. But other than that, most of the batting order is settled in Test match. Test match. If you see opening 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 again is questionable. But because we need to find a batsman at number 7, we tried Karun Nair, didn't work out. Retired from international, I think. And now Dhruv Jirel, 5 back-to-back centuries. Not back-to-back, 5 centuries in 2025.
yeah,
Earn a spot, and then he played on this track. So really can't blame Dhruv Jirel here.
yeah.
And in second innings, because of injury, they swapped around. But other than that, they're not trying any of the left right combinations in test matches. I think the batting order is well settled now in India, except the number three position. Okay, next test match two. What is your playing 11? Let's start with Rocky.
I honestly speaking, because we don't know whether Shubman Gill is going to be back for the
Iman Gill
next game.
might not be available
Yeah.
for the second
So
test match.
Sai Sudarshan in for Gill and the rest remains unchanged. And instead of playing Sundar at three, I would put Sai at three.
Okay, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly 8 left-handers then.
Yes.
Fully left-handers, team full of left-handers. Hammer, if they give a turning track, Hammer will get like 10 wickets in that game.
Because now we know that
Let's see the
we've
squad,
discussed about
right?
the fact.
Let's see the squad. Who are all available actually?
Yeah, I think the only change which comes to my mind, obviously, like in place of Gill, Sai Sudarshan, that's one. But I don't feel like playing Sundar and Aksar both together in the same squad makes sense. The reason is like they have a similar kind of profile, and we need specialists in terms of batting or bowling, right? And bowling we have good because Bumrah is in form now, got fifer. Kuldeep is there, Jaddu got a fifer. So I think bowling wise we are sorted, but we need one more specialist batter in case some collapse
I think
happen.
I
So
think Rahul, you are sorry, Raki, you are right only. Look, who is the specialist batter outside in the playing 11? Padikkal, another left-hander.
Yeah.
So either you have to put Padikkal or Sai. Both are left-handers. So you can't, you know,
We don't have
select a new
option. That's the
member.
thing. We have a team of predominant left-handers now.
Full one coach is a left-hander. Ah, okay. So your change would be instead of say unchanged, instead of Gill, you'd be putting Sai Sudarshan. Just in
Sai
case if Gill is
Sudarshan.
available,
If Gill is available, I think that they'll go for an unchanged squad.
Gill is available, unchanged squad. Okay. They will go, but you are okay with that? I mean, that's the only option we have, right?
We don't have any other exactly that. We don't
Yeah,
have
you
any
have
other
there.
option.
You got
But
two
if
batters, David
yeah,
Padikkal and Sai Sudarshan.
we have only two swaps,
So yeah,
Sai and Padikkal for Sundar and Gill. And the only person like we can't just decide with one game where Siraj has not bowled well and bring in Akash Deep. It's not going to happen. But if that is going to happen, then it means that they're getting very much wonky with the selection. So I would still go with an unchanged side.
unchanged.
And if Gill is not fit to play, I'll bring in Sai and leave the rest unchanged.
US Murli.
yeah, so if Gill is back, then still I would make one change. So I'll just make Aksar sit out and I'll bring in Sai Sudarshan because that'll give us extra boost in the batting. Plus, as I am always of the opinion that Aksar and Sundar are of like similar profile, so there's no point in playing them both because they both are all rounders, but we need specialists because sometimes the specialist matters. So yeah, I think even if Gill is back, I would replace Aksar with Sai, and if Gill is not back, then obviously Sai comes in at number three. Then, oh, sorry, yeah, number four, he can bat at number four as well. And then, yeah, I would say then not replace Padikkal with Aksar. So the only change would be if Gill doesn't come back is just bring in Sai for Gill. That's it.
That's it. Okay. For me, similar one. I have two changes. Number one, Akashdeep for Siraj, because Akashdeep deserve a chance seriously. So we can't leave Bumrah out. He just got five and another couple of wickets in second innings, I think one or two. So Akashdeep in, Siraj out. That's in bowling change, and definitely I would drop Akshar Patel because that left armer Jaddu is there. So either you play with Jaddu or Akshar. So this or that,
Yeah.
I will go with Jaddu any day, any test match. Jaddu. So Jaddu in, Akshar out. So instead of Akshar, I will put one more batter. I would go with Padikkal, who got experience, more experience than Sai Sudarshan. So now you need a bit of extra experience. So if they want to try Washington Sundar at number three again, leave Washington Sundar as it is. Try Padikkal instead of Shubman Gill. And unfortunately or fortunately, we have to move Dhruv Jural's position to number five from seven, just to break that all lefty combo. So that doesn't
Yeah.
work. Now I know, I'm not big fan of left-right combo, but too many left-handers back to back, back to back, back to back. It's maybe advantage, it might be disadvantage. So better to squeeze in at least one right-handers in between. So Dhruv Jural will be promoted.
Yeah,
And the
I think
second
that's
game
a
is
good
in
choice.
Assam, isn't it?
Hmm?
Second game is in Assam, isn't it?
Guwahati,
Guwahati, yeah.
Guwahati, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
So that that
nice to
that's
bat
supposed
over
to be a
there.
batting that's supposed to
Batting,
be a
batting,
batting
batting.
back.
Yeah. But remember, South Africa, all 11 can bat. If you just
Yep.
go, Bosch, he could bat as well. He scored like, useful 25 runs. Bavuma, good batter. Tony, good batter. Simon Harper, who comes at number 8, is also a good batter. Marco Janssen, amazing. Maharaj, who bats at number 11, he's a
Maharaj,
decent.
yeah.
Yeah,
He has 50 plus scores.
he got decent record in test matches.
Yeah.
So if you see his test stats, 61 games, um, 61 games, 1,322, 15 average. He got 650s, international 50s. So he bats at a number 11 and compare their number 11 with our number 11 Siraj or even Bumrah.
And if you see his 50s, it's 50s all against the top teams.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a decent batter. He's much, much, much better than, well, not much, much better. He's way better than Siraj, Bumrah, or even Kuldeep. And
Because
their bail is
we
longer,
spoke about
way
the Indian
longer
11.
than ours.
We spoke about the Indian 11, but do you think that in South African 11 they're going to make any changes? Because Rabada didn't play this game. Do you think they're
I,
going to bring him
I
back?
think very simple change will be if Rabada is fit, Rabada would be coming in instead of what is that fast bowler? Mulder.
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 Because Mulder didn't do anything in this game
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Mulder at number three is still questionable, even though he scored 300. That would be my change. Otherwise, but they might drop Bosch as well instead of Rabada.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I feel because of this momentum, because this is like a thing which goes on in cricket, right? You
Yeah.
don't
I
change
think
the winning combination. So
and
maybe our only change can be Rabada if he's fit, because he can't be ignored. He's like a champion bowler.
yeah.
But yeah, if he's not there, then I think they would want to go with the same squad because of this mentality that you don't change, which is working fine. Yeah.
And other than that, batting order, I don't think they can fit into Brevis or anybody actually. So maybe
Because
Brevis, Mulder,
Zorzi is a question mark for me.
who?
Zorzi.
Tony,
No, Tony Zorzi,
Tony
yeah.
Resorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Brevis can play in place of him because Zorzi didn't play well in both innings, and it's not that he got out in bad balls.
Nah, yeah. Second innings bat was very difficult to play, Raki. There
Yeah.
was a bit of extra bounce, and it's very hard
Yeah,
to.
also I think Dizorzi has some good scores backing
Yeah,
him up when they were
yeah. He,
playing
he
in
got a good.
Pakistan
He's an
and
youngster. He got a good record actually. Let's see. So 16 games, average 30, got a couple of hundreds and 350s. Not bad at all in South African
That,
standards. Not bad at all. It's really good.
and you know what his nickname is, right? He's the South African Simons.
Right.
Yeah, because of the looks, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So he might be good. But anyway, let's wait and find out. Let's
Yep.
do a quick review before the second test match starts. And cool. Thanks for joining, Raki, Murli.
Thank you,
Same here.
guys.
Thank you, Shiva, for having
Bye bye.
us. Bye bye.
Super. Bye bye.